All right, welcome to the HPT live webinar. Right, today is 5/25/2024, and we got a lot of good stuff to go over today, man. It was a really good week. It was really beneficial. There's a lot of new. I want to call them new, but there's a new perspective and that I've just kind of been playing with, and it's not, like I said, it's nothing new, but this week was just a really good week, and it was due to the ability to cut losers quick and just act on your edge, right? Like not putting any more significance on one setup than the other, right? Like obviously there's going to be better, I don't want to call them better, but there's going to be more higher probable trades, right? So like, you know, I'm not saying take garbage setups. What I'm saying is like when you see your edge, act. You know, don't overthink it. Don't confuse it. Don't don't complicate it. Right? Just learn to identify what it is you're looking for and act on it. Right? So it was a really good week this week. Let me we're gonna dive right into it. What up, Todd? My boy Todd coming in from Louisiana.
What's going on?
One of the sickest traders out in the Louisiana. What up, brother?
Oh, looking at these charts, man.
That's it, bro. And that's all we do is just we put in this work, bro. And I want to show you something, Todd, because see, Todd, I really encourage Todd today to highlight a lot of his strategy, how he trades, what he looks for. Todd is an animal when it comes to candlestick analysis, when it comes to reading the market conditions, and most importantly, acting on his edge, right? So Todd's been a part of the team for like more than a year now. He's been a part since the beginning. You know, somebody I trade with real, you know, daily, and I admire how he's able to execute his strategy, his edge, flawlessly, right? So like, and that's the goal, bro. Every day, right? Like, you know, as I grow as a trader, what I'm realizing is the better I can execute, the better I do, right? Like not overthinking, seeing the edge, acting on it, and just putting on the trade. Like look at this right here, Todd. So this was Monday. Well, and remember we were talking about this candle right here, the what'd you call this? The crossover?
Yeah, double cross.
Double cross, right? So, you know, we have the 9, we have the 20, I got the 50. Now, what made this significant this day, right? So, what day is this? This is 5/20/2024. So, check this out. All right, where we at? 5/20/2024. Check out where end of day was. It's disgusting, bro. Like, I mean, it's disgusting. Once you can learn to use these critical levels with your moving averages, it's really the picture it paints is insane, and that's what we've seen this week. Like, I mean, it's constant. Check this out. This is end of day. This blue line's end of day. Now, if I went back to that 5-minute, so look at here right in the morning, right? Price comes down, tags end of day, boom. Now, then we get this crossover, right? So the double cross. This candle opens below the 20, closes well above the 9 and the 50, right? So I was talking to Todd yesterday about this stuff. So, okay, we open below, we we close above, boom. Okay, now I'm not just gonna take this long right here because of that. I'm gonna see the value of the next retest, right? So when price comes down, tags the 50, and sellers can't control this 50, boom, I'm in this long, stop below the cloud, caught a beautiful move to the upside right here. Hold up. All right, so check this out. Had pre-market high as my first target. And this is where this is where understanding how the market dynamics is super important, right? Because right, the dynamics of the market tells us the liquidity is at the level. So when price breaks a level, there's a very high chance it's going to go up to the next level. right? And this is gonna really this is what helps me. Here we go, bam. This is what helps me be able to put on the trade, be like, okay, and I just made a video about this, the 50-50 perspective, right? So the way that works is end of day right here is going to paint the picture. If sellers break below end of day, then I got bearish targets of whatever this is, previous day low, whatever. But if buyers hold end of day, and notice the 50 is lining up perfectly with end of day, right? With structure. So buyers control that level. I'm looking to go long. Boom. Then you get that crossover. Then we hug that cloud. And then you just get a beautiful move to the upside right there. Boom. Hold up. Yeah, that was a beast right there. And that's that right there is literally, that right there is what I look for like every single day, right? Like, what's the story happening, right? What's happening at the critical level? What's happening at the moving averages, right? Like using that 9 DEMA on the 5 minute, right? Once we get extended, I take profit. I lock it in, right? And then like we seen Friday, right? I'll sell 70% of my position, leave 30 based on the cloud, right? So freeing up that mental capital, be like, okay, I'm out of the trade. Let's see what happens. And, you know, not having to worry that much about it, right? So other thing I want to point out, which I wasn't able to grasp here, or I wasn't able to trade this, but look at this look at this right here. Look at how the 50, right? And this on the 5 minute. The 50, price comes down, plays with the 50. Once we break the 50, right? We break the 50, we break all the moving averages. We come up, we retest that cloud right here. We retest the 50 right there. And then she dumps right back to open print, right back to end of day. So it's just that market structure. Hold on, this grid I got up here is just kind of throwing me off. Hold on. Boom. Boom. Yeah, that's beautiful right there. Look at that. Even on the 2 minute. 2 minute works phenomenal as well. I took more trades on the 2 minute this week than I ever did. 2 minute works phenomenal. And this, like, it just paints the picture very well, right? Like, I mean, reasoning for entry, right? So I got this from Todd as well. Check out, so look at this green candle right here, right? Seems like it has a lot of strength. Seems like it's about to go up, rip up to the highs. So once these sellers come in and knock out the bottom of this green, that's where I'll enter short on this. And I'll put my stop above this candle. Right? So now we're literally risking 12 cents. My bad. 18 cents here to capture a short with massive potential to the downside, right? And that's literally what the goal of trading is. The goal of day trading is low risk, high reward. Low risk, high reward. That's the process. That's the system. That's the goal each and every single day, is identify low risk with high reward. If you could identify low risk trades with high reward, you're going to be just fine. I don't care if you take 100 trades a day. If they're low risk, high reward, and high probability, you're going to make a lot of money. Right? So, I mean, just getting in that, you know, mindset, that mentality, right? Like, I don't care what, like, so, one thing I used to do is try to convince myself this was the better trade for the day. Oh, I don't want to waste all my, I'm going to wait for the best one. Well, the thing is there's never going to be the best one. There's no way to distinguish it. I don't care how good your analysis is. I don't care how long you've been trading. I don't care who you know or whatever it is. If there's no way to determine what the best setup for the day is going to be, it's not a specific time. There's nothing, right? So there's no point in even approaching the market in that fashion. Right? The only way we can look at the market in when finding setups is, here's my edge, I'm taking it. See, the more significance we put on the setup A, the harder it is to get out of the setup when it goes against you, and B, the more attached you are to the outcome. Right? See, if I'm gathering all this evidence, oh, this is the best trade of the day, this is the best trade of the day, and then when it doesn't go my way, not only do I lose money and it's hard to get out of the trade, but it hurts my ego, it hurts my conviction, it hurts my what I think maybe I'm not as good as I thought I was at this, right? And so there's no point in even setting yourself up for something like that, right? There's no point in viewing the market in that fashion, right? Like, it's got to be a perfect setup. There's no way to tell if it's going to be a perfect setup. There's no way. I don't care how good you are at analysis. I don't care how long you've been trading. The goal isn't to find the best setup of the day. The goal is to find your edge and act on it. Low risk, high reward. Low risk, high reward. That's it. Repeat. Get the money. Get out. Low risk, high reward, right? We always talk about locking in that equation. That's the goal, right? And for everybody who just showed up, this is the trade we're talking about. This is Monday, right? Check it out. Monday was a beautiful trade off end of day. Hold up. Let me see here. 1 hour, right? Pull out that 1 hour. Check it out. End of day on Friday, right? 52944. Wait, was it? Hold up. End of day close was 52944. Whip out that 5 minute. Look at the bounce right off end of day. Bam. Rip. Double cross over the 9 EMA, over the 20 EMA, over the 50 EMA, and then buyers hold it. Buyers hold it. In this long, stop below the cloud. Right? Like this trade was beautiful right here. It was this right here is the definition of sellers losing. Right? So like every time I put that in the Discord, right, where I'm like, I'm waiting for sellers to lose here. Right? This is exactly what I'm talking about. Right? That's exactly what I'm talking about. I'm going, listen. Hold up 1 second, guys. I just want to make sure. Hold up. All right. Never mind. Okay. Yeah, so this is exactly what I'm talking about. I'm looking for sellers to lose here. That's exactly what it is. Structure breaks. Notice buyers holding that 50. Take this long. Stop below the candle. Stop below the cloud. Capture a nice push up into the upside. Bam. All right, so that was Monday. Tuesday, very similar trade. We got previous day low right here. I mean, bro, it's crazy how these right. Like I want to make it very clear. The pit numbers. Let me rephrase. The edge isn't a break and retest off the pit number. The edge is understanding what's happening at the critical level and put on a trade. Right? I hope that makes sense. Right? It's not necessarily only trade at the pit number. It's understand what's happening at the pit number. How does that correlate with the story of the market? And how could you put on risk accordingly? Right? So this day right here, SPX looked a little bit different, right? But I was able to get in the market long on this candle, right? Notice open print. There's a couple things I want to point out right here. Open print, because I mean, technically the cloud's red. Do we long into clouds like this, etc. Right? Let me show you guys real quick what SPX looked like, so you can kind of get an idea here of what was going through my head when taking this. Right? So SPX, just like I said, looked much different. But I long on this candle right here. Yes. Okay. So bounces off previous day low, right? Well, to do this properly, I got to whip out the 1 hour. All right. So, okay, right here. So bullish and bearish scenario here, right, was anything below previous day low. I was looking for shorts down to 52725, right? So that's my methodology right there. I'm going, okay, if we're opening next to previous day low. If sellers control this level, the next level is 5273. If buyers control this level, right? I'm looking for longs with upside targets of previous day high and or what was it? It was this level. It was a level off SPX, right? So I'm like, okay. Now remember that though. Sellers control PDL. I'm going short. Buyers control PDL. I'm more interested in longs. To end of day, my first target, 530, right? So that's about $1 away. Okay. So now, using that 50-50 perspective, does this look like sellers aren't controlling this right here, right? So that's what gave me the conviction to go long. I was like, okay, no, buyers are controlling this. We get that higher low right here, right? Here's a low, here's a higher low. Long. Hold up, let me real quick. This is Tuesday. Let me see if anything else in my journal here. I was a bit hesitant fighting 1 hour trend, but considering larger time frame conditions, I was willing to trade off the bullish cloud retest. Overall, very satisfied with the patience. I demonstrated discipline with the following process. Chose to act on strategy and present moment information instead of what I thought was going to happen. Right, so here we go. And this is like just to give everyone an idea of how I do this. So when I put on a trade, right, I'll just screenshot it, throw it in here, right, everything I did, right, what I felt good about. Looks like I caught another trade towards the end of the day as well, right? So just that's why OneNote just works so good for me. I literally just jot it right in there and then I got it, right? So it looks like I actually ended this trade right here on the cloud retest, right? So once again, right, like letting the strategy manifest itself, right? Like watching the buyers control PDL, getting above the cloud, right? Coming down, tagging the cloud, and getting a nice move up into the upside, right? So I remember adding on this cloud retest, right? And didn't necessarily get the move all the way up to where I thought it was going to go, but this was still a really good trade. We can't control this sell-off right here. Only thing we can control is how we approach every single trade. It's very similar to poker, right? Or blackjack, right? Like if we could learn to trade like we play blackjack, we will kill it. Meaning, when you get dealt a blackjack hand, you don't necessarily go, oh, I have a 7-8. This hand's gonna be garbage, right? No, you go hit me, right? But before you say hit me, you put money on the line, right? So, right, you have to learn to identify your edge and just not throw away the card, right? You can't put any more significance on it, right? So if I'm getting retest off the cloud and critical levels are being defended, I'm in it. Don't care. It doesn't matter, right? If my edge presents itself, especially the fact that sellers couldn't control the 50 right here, right? That 50 EMA, right? When we come into that 50 and we don't get like significant selling, that's telling you something, right? So, and then I was able to catch this. Dude, look at that off the 50, dude. This is crazy. This is the trade I caught towards the end of the day. And you guys know how those SPX contracts pay, right? This was crazy right here. And this is the thing. This is what I mean by just trading with the trend, right? So when you're just following trend right here, right? Like using the 50 to guide you, right? The market's going to level out. And I mean, when you're seeing something like this, bounce off the 50, then once you, I mean, there's a bunch of different ways to enter this. I like to enter right on like if we come into the 50, I like to enter pretty much right on it because my stop's really close, right? But I need to see the opposing side kind of lose it, right? This is where the 2 minute's going to be your best friend, right? Because if I'm on the 5 minute, and I jacked this right out of Todd's handbook, right? So I want to give him credit where credit's due right there. If I'm waiting on the 5 minute, right, I'm gonna have to wait to enter this trade, a bit later. But if I'm on the 2 minute, hold up. This day right here. So if I'm on the 2 minute, what time is this? It's at 15:10. Right? So on the 2 minute, you're just gonna be able to get a lot quicker of an entry. Right? So like using that 2 minute, right? Once we start popping above this level right here, this is telling me the seller that was right here is not strong enough to keep price down. Right? So that seller pops up right here, but look at the volume coming right here. Volume and, right? Because the market looks like this. Right? This kind of looks bearish if you ask me. Right? If the market looks like this, this looks extremely bearish. I'm like, oh man, that 50 is starting to look weak. Right? But then this happens. Boom. Once we pop above that, and that's why that happens. Because so many sellers go short. Right? So many people go short right here, and then large money goes, nah, I'm going to defend this 50. And then boom, pops, all these guys start stomping out, and it fuels the move to the upside. So, you know, that 50, man, that 50 will be your best friend right there. Even if you just watch price tag that 50, rip up, waited for the retest of the cloud, got in here at 530.57, caught a really nice move up into 531. Yeah, a dollar move to the upside at 330. You know how much money you're going to make on that trade if you're trading SPX? I mean, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. That's going to be a phenomenal trade. So, that's Tuesday. All right, where we at? Wednesday. I mean, once again, look at these mornings, bro. This is insane. I mean, did that really happen? Did we get these morning trades every single day this week? Wow. Yeah, very similar. Okay.
It was almost the same trade every morning.
It's same trade every morning, dude. Look at this. 50, cloud, open print retest. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Look at this. I mean, this one didn't move the way I wanted it to, but I was still able to do well on this trade, right? Like, and this is the thing. We can't control what the market does. We can only control what we do. Every day is gonna be different, right? Every day is different, but they're unique and very similar in plenty of ways. Right? So, like, look at these open print retests with the 50. Look at the 50. It's been on every single morning. Oh, not that morning, but still. Like the 50 crossover on Monday. And then on Wednesday, we got another 50. Wait, hold on. Am I on the right day? Yeah, that's Wednesday. I thought, we got 2 sell-offs this week. Damn, okay. So yeah, we got that crossover. The biggest thing I want to point out right here that gave me the confidence to really long the market in the morning was the higher low, right? So look at pre-market. We have to be able to see this in live time and be able to understand what we're looking at here. Shoot.
Yeah, that 942 candle is that's where I was in.
Yeah.
A dead giveaway.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me whip it out on a 2 minute. I want to see it on a 2 minute. Hold on. Right here.
Yeah.
This guy.
That bottoming tail into the cloud and the green takes it out.
Yep.
And that.
Boom. Boom. Like, I mean, it's wild, right? Like, once again, we got the 2 minute up right here. I've been using the 2 minute very often. The 2 minute has really helped me. Like, don't get me wrong. The 2 minute isn't better than the 5. The 5 isn't better than the 2. The 1 hour. I want everyone to look at them like they're just tools. So if you're rebuilding something, if you're building a house, if you're building a car, the job's going to be extremely hard unless you have the right tools, right? Like tools, having the right tool is critical to building anything in the world. If it takes a specific Allen wrench and I don't have it, I can't even open it. I can't work on it. Right? So like the market's the same exact thing. A tool is something we use to get consistent results and make money. So you can't sit here and go, oh, the 5 minutes worse than the 2, or the 2's worse than the 5, or this, that. No, they're tools, right? So if one's not working for you, it's because you're not using it properly. I used to feel the same way about moving averages. I used to be like, oh man, moving averages, I mean, I didn't hate on them, but like I didn't use them. And that's the thing. Ignorance is not bliss in this game. Ignorance means bad results in this game, right? So like if we're not getting the results we want, it's just we haven't figured out what we need to do yet. That's it. You know what I mean? Like, so that, like, I guess what I'm trying to say is I'll never not try something new, or revisit something, right? Like maybe the 2-minute didn't work extremely well for me a year ago, but now I've learned a bunch in the last year. I'm using the 2-minute again. It's phenomenal. So, look at this retest of the 50. I mean on the 5. You get them all the time on the 2-minute as well. But yeah, so entry criteria here, very similar. Let me see real quick. So we had end of day all the way up here. Where was it? Right here. It literally hit it. It's insane. It's nuts, man. It's just wild how the market imbalance happens every day. You just need to learn to see it. Hold on. Yes. Okay. So this was the day I was thinking about. So I took this long on SPX. I had a phenomenal entry on it, right? I literally entered once. So I was watching SPY. SPY ripped up, came down, retested open print. So did SPX. I got in the market long around 53.16 and took this trade up. We blew past open print, and now check this out, because this is the adding criteria right here on SPX. Right, so I'm in the trade long, one contract, boom, blow past it, retest open print, that's the add-on, boom, rips right up to end of day, take profit, boom, clockwork, right? And did it keep going higher later in the day? Absolutely, I don't care. I'm here to lock in my equation, right? Like I'm done trying to prove things to myself. I'm done thinking, oh, I need the best trade in the world to feel good today. That's not the goal. My goal is to execute the equation over and over and over again. Over 1 to 1, 1 to 2, 1 to 3, lock it in. 1 to 1, 1 to 2, 1 to 3, lock it in. Low risk, take a losing trade, don't care. On to the next. Right? Did I let my loser get out of hand? No. Good. On to the next. That's all accounted for. I can account for I account for a $200 loss every single trade. I'm okay with that. Based on my win ratio, based on how much money I got coming in off my winners, I'm okay with no more than a $200 loss. That doesn't mean I have to take a $200 loss. That just means I'm okay with a $200 loss, right? So like that right there is the most important part for trading, because most people, once again, are ignorant to what they can and cannot lose. So if you're ignorant to how much you can or cannot lose, and you're in a trade and it's going against you, you're going to hold it. You're not going to care. The case of the fuck it's are going to come in. Fuck it. Let's see what happens. Right? I said fuck it for years. And then for years I didn't trade well. Right? Like nothing, it doesn't just change. You have to start to change. Right? So my bad. That's my little rant on that. But moral of the story is lock in your equation. Figure out your 1 to 1. I don't care if you risk $20 to make $20. Become aware of it. Go through and go, okay, last week or last month I took 30 trades. Out of those 30 trades, 23 of them were green. Or let's just say 15. Let's just say half were profitable. So for me to sustain a profitable month, those losers, I could, if every winning trade on average made $20, right? That means my losers on average need to lose $20, right? So you can never lose more than you're making, otherwise you're not profitable. So you must become aware of how much is coming in on average per trade, right? And then how much is going out. A very simple way to do this, like I said, is for all the options traders out there, identify, all right, I buy my contracts usually for around $100. I'm comfortable with risking 30 per contract, right? But if that's the case, you need to get comfortable with making 30 off each contract, right? So, if 30 is too high, right? Because that's 30% return. That's about $1 move on the S&P. So like, go with 20. All right, I'll risk 20 to make 20. If that's too high, go with 10. I'll risk 10 to make 10, right? So start looking at the market and your results in that perspective. Watch your results start to change. It's crazy. When you start to look at the market like that, you're more focused on risk reward than you are the damn trade. So now when Todd sees something like this, he's not going, I don't know, maybe a better one will come in later. You know what I mean? He's going, nope, that's my edge. I know how much I'm willing to risk here, and I know a move up here is going to give me what I'm usually making, so I'm in that. Boom. Right? So just getting really familiar with that idea is going to be, and once again, that's why, like, when I get in a trade right here, I go up, I add, I go up, I lock it in, I'm done, don't care. Oh, it could have gone much higher. It always can go much higher. I don't care about going and hitting perfect targets. I'm locking in my equation over and over.
Repeat.
Yeah, that's it. Repeat. It's not supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to, obviously great trades feel amazing. But we need to get to the point where it's completely systematic, right? Meaning we could do this in our sleep. We could do this unconsciously. We could literally do this while reading a book. That's my goal, right? I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to have no significance on anything. I just want to, there's my edge a minute. Don't care. Because if I get to that point, I could then put up 10 grand, 20 grand, 30 grand, 50 grand, 100 grand, $1 million on my trades, right? You think stock market Wolf's over here making 8 million a trade? You think he's going, that's the perfect strategy for the day? I've seen some of his trades. This dude's getting in on literally the same criteria we do. He's just better at putting on more risk because he's earned it. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Yeah, see that little green bar? I didn't take out the top of that red right there, which you got on the right screen on the 2 minute. No, go over, drop 15, 20 or something like that.
Hold on, right. Green bar.
Yeah, all the way to the. Yeah.
This guy?
That little small. Yeah, that little small green bar didn't take out the top of that red on your right screen.
Small green bar.
Scroll over a little bit. Other way.
Other way.
Yeah. See that big red bar?
Yes.
Right here. See that next green bar didn't take out the top of that red.
Yeah.
So we had 2 more red bars.
Yeah.
And then that big green bar took out that red.
Right here. Boom.
Yeah. No, before that. Over 15, 22 in the cloud. You see it in the cloud in the red?
Right here?
Before that.
Right. Hold on. What's the time? You got the time on it?
15, 20 something. 15, 25.
I'm looking way. Okay, yeah. My bad. I'm in the. Okay, yeah, 15 right here.
Yeah, and see that next green bar?
Boom.
That's it.
Look at that.
I'm always in there.
This is what he's talking about right here. This is the goal right here, guys. You learn to see these, you print. Right? Wait, like when I show you the next day how I was able to just scalp off the 2 minute all the way down on a mega sell-off and have one of the best days I've had all year. This is literally all I was doing. 2 minute cloud, right? Now, a lot of people ask me about entries, right? And Todd breaks this down very simple. He goes, okay, notice here, green, look at this green bar. It's not taking out the top of this one, right? So that's not a sign of strength. So when price comes into the cloud, right, we want to see some strength before entering, right? Like, okay, strength meaning buyers are proving they want it. Okay, notice the green bar. It's not taking out the top. Okay, red, red, red. Bam. See this green bar? See how it takes out the top right here? Boom. So the way Todd does it is he enters once it takes out the top, and then he puts his stop right here. Boom. And then he'll ride it right up to his target. He'll lock in his risk reward. He'll lock in what he knows makes him money on a consistent basis. He'll use the moving average, right? There's millions of ways to do it. You could hold it, you could hold it until the cloud breaks like Darren. Dude, Darren will hold a trade for a whole damn day. Make, 150, and he'll keep adding to it. He don't even care if some goes against him, right? Like it's, and that just goes to show there's no right or wrong way to do this. It's your way, right? It's getting used to it and comfortable with it. So yeah, right there. That's a beautiful, I love that right there. Above the 50, retesting the cloud. Sellers can't beat the cloud, so buyers win. Boom. Yeah. It's flawless. All right, hold up.
Yeah, I only like taking trades when the 20 is respected.
Right.
If we got a red bar and it's coming down that 20 and that 20 stops it from going down, then you get a green bar. That's the bread and butter.
Yes.
Right there. I only like taking trades when the 20 is going
respected
up or down, and then it gets respected on the pullback.
Yeah. We've seen that Friday. Well, you see it every day. Hold on. I can't wait to talk about Friday, bro. Friday was such a good day. Okay, so we'll hold on. Ready? Let me. Like, look at right. Todd's talking about these right here. Look at this. So look right here how price comes into the 20, buyers respect it. Buyers respect it. Buyers respect it. I mean, Todd's getting in down here. He's adding here, here, here. Right? Now think of poker again. Right? So poker, you get 3 chances to add. Right? And the strategy there is you get to maximize your return off one hand, right? Very similar to blackjack, where if you get dealt 2 aces, you could split them, right? Because usually if you have 2 aces, it's a very high probability that you're going to get close to 20 or 21, depending on what the dealer has, right? So basically in a nutshell, you want to maximize your return, so you split them, right? Because it's a probabilities game. Your probability of getting 2 aces is very low, so when you do get it, it's a high probable that you're going to make money, so you want to split it to increase the amount of money you can make. Trading's very similar. When you find buyers respecting the 20, that's your pocket aces. Split it, right? Get in that. Where can I get back in that? There's a very high chance that the trend's going to continue. Obviously, higher time frames need to be accounted for so that you could be trading in the right direction, right? But yeah, you want to learn to, and that's what we talk about when we're talking about capitalizing off the market conditions, right? So then price rallies. Got end of day up here. Look at end of day, just get rejected. Look at the 2-minute. I just want to show everybody the 2-minute and how well the cloud works, right? So a lot of traders struggle with holding on to trades, right? So I want to highlight something here, right? Like, I want everybody, like, the way I go into the market is I'm not going into the market going, oh, I hope I could hold my trade long today. I go into the market saying, but I'm going to execute my equation today, right? One thing that's really helped me is I became super aware of the move I need to capture, right? I usually go for a 30 to 50 to a full dollar move on SPY, but I trade SPX, so the return's much higher, right? So a 30-cent move, a 30-cent move will make me around 20 to 25%. A 50-cent move is going to make me around 50 to 60%. A dollar move is going to make me over 100, right? So like I'm super aware of that. So when I see something like this on the 2-minute, right? We've broken the 50 and now we're retesting the cloud. I'm going, okay, is it worth a short targeting this guy? Right? Absolutely. That's a 30-cent move. That right there, I'm willing to do that. And also, if we've rejected end of day, open print has the highest. And this is the next pit number, right? So it makes sense that price would go down here, right? So we've broken the 50. We're coming up for a retest. That's a short play. Targeting here, targeting here. Look at that. Boom. Just sinks. So like, I'm not discrediting the 5-minute. I'm just saying there's plenty of opportunity on the 2-minute as well, right? So just learn to do both. You know what I mean? Just learn to watch both. Learn to see what they're seeing, right? Like if I pull the 5-minute out and I put it on the right hand side, it's gonna pretty much paint a very similar picture, right? Like where we at? Right here. Look at that retest on the 5, retest on the 2. Literally, break, retest. Moving averages have crossed. Well, this is actually a perfect example of how what you don't want to see when trading. Like so, if price is coming into the 50, but we can't break the top of the candle before it. Like look at this 5-minute. Right? We're coming into the 50, right? We have 53104, the top of this candle. Now, if buyers could push price above 43104, that would be a sign of strength, but they couldn't. Also, notice 9D EMA, blue line, being respected, right? These are things we got to be able to watch in live time. We have to be like, oh, sellers are respecting that 9. How do we know? Because this isn't a bullish candle, my friend. This is a regular candle, indecisive, right? So it makes sense that some buyers are here at the 50, but the sellers are still holding that. Okay? Whip out the 2-minute. Oh, we're coming right into that cloud? Oh, we're coming right into that 50? Shorten that. I took a short like this yesterday and literally made 200% return, right? Off the 2-minute time frame. So, you know, just once again, right? Like, and the reason I'm going so hard on this is because I was that guy that sat there and was like, oh, I only trade the 5-minute time frame, right? Or oh, I only trade. Listen, ignorance is not the way in this game, right? Like, become aware, try, see if it works, and then come up with your own data and go from there. Dude, look at this. Look at these retests. Boom. Boom. Right? And also, we always talk about it, but like, the cloud will give you mega amounts of discipline, right? Or it'll help you not chase garbage, right? So if there's a candle like this and I miss the move, I already know it's coming back to the cloud. It's just a matter of when. So one thing, right? For like, I used to chase trades, right? Like, say this sold off and I didn't get in it, right? The old Josh would be like, oh, I'll just get in here. I don't want to miss it. Now it's like, dude, the cloud's about 60 cents away. You sure you want to do that? Right? Even though you would have probably been all right in this case, but still, you know, I don't chase trades often anymore. I was able to snag some of this off the 2-minute once again using the same strategy. I entered one short on this candle right here, just like Todd said, right? When this thing breaks out, closes below the bottom of the one before it, right? That's a sign of weakness for me in a short. This was at previous day low, so like this didn't look strong to me, right? So shorted the market, use the cloud, boom. Yeah, the 2-minute is highly effective. I mean, and look at it on the 5-minute. It's disgusting. It's wild how well those moving averages work. I'm blown away. It's insane. It's insane. And like it's really helped me become aware of where like the old spots where I used to screw up. It's crazy because the moving averages now just they guide me. They keep it very simple. It's very simple, very repeatable. Like it's and if anyone has any questions, message Todd, message me. But learning to use these moving averages with the critical levels is very, very, very effective. Hold up. Next day was that mega sell off. This was such a good day right here. Hold up, let me see something. Where's EOD at? All right, right here. End of day. Let me make her a different color. EOD. Show name on the right. Blue. Bam. Okay. Now, I wasn't able to snag any of this, but Todd, did you take any short plays here on Thursday morning?
Yeah, I did. That was Thursday.
What a stud.
Oh, yeah.
What a stud.
That I took it was 9:36 your time. That's
Oh, wow, right there. Now, let me ask you this. Same criteria, right? Bottom knocked out the one in front of it. In it with the stop above the candle.
Yeah, same process over and over. That's out. That's what I do over and over. And if it fails, it don't work. The next time it happens, I'm doing it again.
See, that right there. See, that's what I love, right? So here's a very simple strategy, right? Where Todd's going, all right, she's selling off. This candle breaks the one in front of it. I'm in it. And now even notice this candle. There was a little pullback. There's a little pullback, but he didn't care because, I mean, Todd's literally risking 20 cents here. That's it. 20 cents. Not even. But this is the thing. Very often, if you're knocking out the candle in front of it, that's a sign of selling pressure, right? So, like, even if it does retrace, doesn't necessarily mean it's going to reverse. I mean, look at it. He's trading with trend. Right? He's trading, understanding the story. See, this day was significant because I remember the reason why this day was so significant is because Nvidia's earnings caused us to gap up way above all-time high. Right? So the way I was going into this day is I was like, okay. Oh, yeah. I was like, all right. So if you look at the chart on the left, I had this mapped out, 53158. Look at that. It's crazy. Which was also previous day high, right? 5 that purple line right there. And then we gapped up massively. Look at the 1 hour, 90 EMA. We're above it, then snap below it. Mega sell-off. Right? I didn't get any of that, but what I did get, right? Now check this out too. I'm looking at the 1 hour. We're really extended from the 9. And then we come up into the 9, into the 50, right? Look at the 50 on the 1 hour. And then I look at the 5 minute and notice we're coming right into that cloud. So I get in this short right up here around 530.78. And then my target is low of day, EOD, and then this PDL level from the previous day. And that's literally caught this right here, brought her down, scaled out at end of day, put my stop above my entry, and I watched the cloud be respected the whole time. Boom. So now price, look at the 50 retest here on the 5. It's disgusting. So another thing here is, like, hold up 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. So using that 1 hour 9, right? That blue line, using that 50 is going to keep me from any longs here, right? I'm not interested in any longs. I don't want to long the market. I'm going to be aware of the fact that we're well below the 50. So I want to trade with the momentum. Even though we were kind of like getting this break of structure here above 531, didn't care, right? I'm not fighting that 50. Instead, I'm going to remain observant and cognizant of what happens at this level, right? We hopped in, we rejected. Come up for the double top, higher low, boom, this thing sinks. I did not enter short. I hesitated, which is okay. Doesn't matter. Where's my next entry? Drops below EOD, comes up for a retest of the cloud, short play, targeting the lows. Why am I like now? A big thing what used to happen to me on this, right? So I'm going, Josh, you're shorting at low of day. What are you, crazy? And like I used to be like, what if that buyer shows back up and then not take it, right? But now I'm going, dude, look at that mega sell-off. Look at this red candle on the 1 hour. Mega sell-off. The follow-through on that, what'd you say, Todd? Candles like that. Follow-through is like 80%. You get a massive engulfing candle like this, that's, look at, opening above every one of your moving averages and closing below. See, the candles we talk about on the 5 minute, on the 1 hour, literally mean the same thing. When you're getting these double crosses, meaning it's crossing over the 9 and the 20 and the 50 and a couple critical levels, that's bearish, right? I want to trade with sellers. So I'm not going to let low of day scare me out of my short play. I'm going to be like, nah, I'm trading off the cloud. I'm trading with trend. I'm going to trade my strategy. I don't care what may happen, right? And that's the perspective we've been talking about, right? It's kind of the theme, is that I don't care what may happen. My goal is to identify the low risk, high reward opportunity. Dude, caught a beautiful trade all the way down here to 52767, right? So literally almost a $2.50 move here. And then I'm like, all right, clearly sellers are here. I was like, where else can I get in? And this is where I was using the 2 minute. And this day really like sunk in for me for the 2 minute. Because look at the 2 minute here. And it like, once again, right? I got the 5 minute on the right. I got the 2 minute on the left. Now, on the 5 minute, you're going to see here, right? We got that nice cloud retest. That was my first entry. Look at it on the 2 minute. Boom. I'm in on this candle. Right? So, once again, right? If I'm waiting on the 5 minute, because price was ripping this day. It wasn't like just enter. I mean, literally, this 5 minute candle right here is 70 cents. So if you missed your entry, next thing you know, you're almost $1 away from end of day, right? Like it's kind of hard to get in trades when price is ripping like this, right? So once again, 2 minute really helped me with that. Get in short, and then look at how the 20 is being respected here. Boom, boom. Wicked, dude, phenomenal short play. I think I got out right around here. And then she comes back up, right? Okay. Boom, boom. Then comes in right here. And then Todd, dude, look at this. Snaps the bottoms of the one before it. I'm in this. Again, right here. Boom. Sign of weakness. Right? Ride the 9 down. Ride the 9 down, right? Boom. Get out of the trade. And I'm talking, I get out of my trade when I hit my equation. Once I make, I could have held this trade much longer, and I probably should have. But once I'm making 40% return and the day's still going, there's nothing wrong with locking it in and re-entering. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, right? Like, if you have the buying power and you have the account that allows you to do it, dude, lock in your equation, on to the next, right? It's not about, oh, I stayed in until this. No, it's about finding what works for you. If that's what works for you, do it. But if not, and you're trading SPX here, and you're buying contracts for 300 and selling them for 750, you know, but pullbacks are going to cost you 50%. Take that, like take it. And then look at this one right here. This was my last entry. I really liked here how it came up on the 2-minute. Buyers cannot hold it. 5-minute was a perfect cloud retest. And I caught myself another move back down to the lows, and took profits down right around. I think it was honestly this candle, right? But even this move right here on SPX pays over 50%. I mean, this is 52633 all the way down to a 525. Like literally, this is a dollar move right here. Boom. It's over 100. That's like 60% return, if not more. I think I got in right around here though. Right there. Boop. Break the bottom of the candle, in it. So, but yeah, that day, that was a phenomenal sell-off, right? And now though, like how many times, guys, has then these sell-offs been happening and we're missing them? We don't need to miss them anymore, right? We need to play the 2-minute cloud on these sell-offs and capitalize. And what I really love about this cloud and this strategy is there's really like, it's like, okay, when price comes into the cloud, I'm looking for it to be respected, right? Okay, how do we know it's respected? When the candle knocks out the candle in front of it. Boom. Right? When it makes a new low. Boom. Play around with some things. You'll find out the best way to do it. All right, and then Friday. Got a couple minutes here. We'll run through Friday. Friday was just a really, really awesome day. I was really pumped in the way we all traded. Look at structure here. So we have bearish structure. Right? We have daily time frame level of 52760. And we've snapped below it the previous day. So now I'm looking for sellers to defend this, right? I want to see sellers hold this level, and then for me to stay short. If they can't hold the level, I'm looking for longs. That's why I longed in the morning on Qs too. So my first trade was on QQQ. I took a long on this candle. Right here. Right? So I liked how price was respecting that 50. I liked how buyers were trying to hold open print. Don't care, right? That's my criteria. I was willing to put on a trade there. So be it. Got stomped out. Right? Once we got stomped out, look at the candle I got stomped out on was the lowest candle of the day. Right? I mean, that's wild to me. So, like, don't ever think just because you stomped out on a long that it's going to be bearish. Right? So, but using that higher time frame structure really helped me this day. Right? Because I was like, dude, if we get acceptance above 5276, I'm going to get in this. Okay. Well, what's acceptance look like? So we drop below the 50. We hit this pre-market level. Remember, 5276. That's our daily time frame, our 1 hour time frame level. Snap above it. Come into open print. We starting to play around a little bit. Respecting the cloud. Respecting the 9. This thing takes off. I went long on this candle right here. I was looking at the 5-minute, so I could tell you which one it is on the 5-minute. I longed this candle, right? Hold on, let's see here. I'll tell you exactly. I'll pull up the journal. I logged it just like this. All right, yeah, right there. 3 contracts on the second red candle, right? So right there, boom, take the market long, stop below the cloud, one of the biggest things I like right here too is, well, I love how we scaled out at 20%, locking in our 1-to-1, right? Risking 20 to make 20, and then letting the rest run, right? We did a great job letting price hold the cloud. I was going to get out if we broke the 9, but, you know, considering the that we were above that 1 hour structure point of 52760, I was okay with holding until open print, and I was completely accepted the fact that I might break even on my last contract and only make $40 on the trade. Didn't care. Doesn't matter. The goal is the process, right? I like that sellers couldn't hold that 50. Once they lost that 50, it was game over. But yeah, look how price rips, tags open print, tags the cloud, and then we rally, right? Literally all the way up into previous day low, which was our first target, and then we ripped right past it, and we got out of this at 52911, I think. So that thing rallied. Now, I've been playing around with the 2-minute, right? So I was like, okay, where else can I trade, right? So you're going to see here, look at the 50 on the 2-minute. It's disgusting. Look at it here. Look at it here. Disgusting. Boom. Boom. I took this long. Up. Right? Okay. Where else did I go long? I went long right here. Right? Because it was respecting the 50. Got stomped out at my entry. You see what I'm saying? Like, I longed right here. And literally lost $20 on this trade due to slippage. Because I bought my contracts for 480 and put my stop loss in at 480, because when you're buying right off the 50 and you're in an uptrend, buyers are most likely, they usually show right up, right? But I was okay with my stop right below this candle because that's all I needed. Boom, comes in, stops me out, right? See, this is how we need to trade. We can't be ultra focused on, hitting these perfect trades every single day. Not having one loser. That's not the goal. My goal is to long this and put my stop below it and stop out when I'm supposed to. Right? So I caught another one right here. Look at this on the 2-minute. It's lovely. We had that level of 52915 that was respected very well right here. And then we come down, and then check this out. Price, boop, makes a higher low. So I am in this trade. Once we get above that 50, retest it, in the market long, targeting the highs. Boom. Okay, really good. And then we sell off. And I'm like, ooh, this is starting to look very good. We come down, test the cloud. Check this out. This is the coolest part about this. We come down, test the cloud. I'm in this short with my stop above it. So price comes down, hits my stop loss, right? Because it was just, SPX at this time of the day, the contracts are fluctuating so much that you really need to be careful. Like, you can't really let a trade go against you that much. So this stopped me out. Didn't care, right? Get back in and capture that crazy move, right? So check, look, right here, you'll see. Here's the trade, right? So I actually, you can't see this, right? But it's showing my entry. See how it says 108 right here? Let me see. Make sure you guys can. Yeah. So right here, right, you're going to see my entry was at like 240 a contract, right? So I was literally able to still capture a piece of that move, scalp it, And then right here, you're going to see I entered the market short right there off that 2-minute cloud. Buy my contracts for $290. These things rally all the way up to $820 off a literally a 6-minute move, not even three candles. So a little longer than 6 minutes actually. So look at though right here, right? Todd's entry criteria. We got, see this green candle? Hold on. Come into the cloud, reject. Come into the 50, reject. Break the bottom of the candle before it. I'm in this short, stop above the candle. 10-cent stop, literal, I mean, yeah, you could put it here. 13-cent risk for my first target was 52912, right? So risking 14 cents to make 50 cents. And then this thing just ripped and dumped. And, once again, use the cloud as your guideline. Use the 9 DEMA on the 2-minute as your guideline. I mean, it's very easy to stay in a trade when I'm on the 2-minute going, oh, dude, as long as we're holding that 9, I'm going to stay in it. Doesn't matter. Let's see where this goes. Boom, sold off. It was definitely wild. I had to be extremely quick. And this is why anybody trading SPX, at the end of the day, when I enter my short play here, I then reopen the position and got my finger on the sell button because I know how fast these moves happen. These contracts literally, I mean, you can see it again right here. In 5 minutes, and I wish I could pull up, hold on, what is this? Let me see if I could pull up the contract on TOS, because these contracts literally, my computer might freeze. Oh, nope, there we go. It literally happens within minutes. I gotta change some stuff here real quick though. Real quick, what's this? Okay, 524 P 5300. All right, let's see what we get. 52. Shoot. 524 P 5300. I mean, look at how quick this happened. So this is the 2-minute, right? And I mean, I'm in this short right here. And then in 2 minutes, this candle literally went from $290 all the way up to $1,000, right? So very fast. But, moral of the story, guys, don't be afraid to use the cloud on the 2-minute. The whole theme of this webinar is literally just execution and systematic. Develop a process, develop something that works for you. And remember, these are your tools. The cloud is your tool. The moving averages are your tools. The critical levels are your tools, right? They give you understanding. They help you understand what the market's doing. They help you stick to a structured approach. Right? Like, don't overthink it. Like Todd says, price, that's his criteria every single day, every single trade. It never changes. That's what works for him. He loves it. Right? That's the goal. Develop something simple, repeatable, and execute it. Right? So everybody have a phenomenal Memorial Day weekend. There's no trading Monday. I will see you all on Tuesday. And anybody has any questions about the 2-minute time frame, scalps, message me, but do not hesitate to message Todd. Todd will also break down tons of value on this topic, okay? So everybody have a great weekend. I will see you guys Tuesday.